Hello and welcome to Partners in Crime Live. I very much hope you can see me and hear me. If you can, it means it's all worked. We are, of course, 100 episodes old today. Now, we are still in lockdown here in the UK due to the coronavirus, so there was never actually any possibility of us being able to be in the same room together, but we had planned to present the show the same way we have the past couple of weeks, broadcasting from our own homes in true lockdown style. Unfortunately, though, even the lockdown hasn't saved Bob, and he's currently laid up in bed resting with symptoms of COVID-19, would you believe it or not. That does mean, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to join me on the show today, but I am here keeping the show on the road on my lonesome, and hopefully Bob's able to watch us from home and will be back on the show very, very shortly. And I know you'll all want to pass on your best wishes to him. He has, though, sent us a picture by way of a little update to show us how he's getting on. Let's take a look at that. Yes, marvellous. Marvellous. Best place for him in many, many ways. Now, as you can imagine, it's going to be a bit of a different show today, to say the least. We are, of course, celebrating and looking back on the past 100 episodes of Partners in Crime. And I must admit, it's a bit daunting. This is the first time I've ever presented the show on my own in 100 episodes. And it's live and on video. No pressure there then. But because we're live, you can interact with the show as well. So please do send us your messages. Leave a comment on the video, either on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever you're watching. And the wonderful Partners in Crime backstage team will get onto that for me. Seriously though, those guys are absolutely crucial to keeping this show running today, because I'm presenting, producing and directing on the fly. So they really are the heart of the engine room here at Partners in Crime, if you like. Now, if Bob and I were allowed to be in the same studio today, we would have an array of cameras set up all around here, so we could go through all sorts of different angles and spice things up a bit and basically just show off. But to be honest, with us both in lockdown, and it just being me, there didn't really seem much point. But we have put those cameras to good use, and we have trained them on our wonderful Partners in Crime backstage team, so you can see who they are and what their busy jobs entail. For example, my wife, Jo, is currently in our living room, hard at work, checking your comments and questions and passing them through to me here in the studio. So let's go live to our living room right now and see how she's getting on. Right, well, I think it's fair to say that words will be had after we're finished here. Fortunately, though, the great Moriarty should be on the case, keeping an eye on things at their desk. So let's cross live to Moriarty now. Can't get the staff these days, can you? Seriously though, our team is growing as the podcast popularity increases, and God knows why it does. But we recorded our first episode at the back end of 2017. It would be fair to say the podcast has changed a lot since then. It started off as a series of long guest interviews, and it's since morphed into a kind of a weird comedy double act, except a lot less funny. Video itself is actually a pretty new thing for us, you might be able to tell, but we now film every episode of Partners in Crime for our Patreon subscribers. But, and not a lot of people know this, long before Partners in Crime ever became a podcast, the initial idea came from a video that Bob and I recorded called Conversations in Crime, something we put together nearly 4 years ago in 2016. Now, even though it was very much the forerunner to Partners in Crime, the full video itself is, dare I say it, a little bit dated and boring compared to the partners in crime you all know and hopefully love today. That's why we've picked out the highlights and jazzed them up a little bit. So this is how it all began.
met you, met you, who sort of said, well, I think that's a very good idea, and this is what I've done, blah, 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 blah. and that was 4 years ago. Cup of coffee? And it's been terrific. I enjoy coffee immensely. It means I don't have to travel around the country. I'm writing, stay at home and cook the tea, and think very hard, which is basically what writers do.
6 words: bum on seat, fingers on keyboard.
Cup of coffee?
Yeah, we must do this again sometime. We must have another in-depth chat.
Absolutely.
As I say, that was back in 2016. Check out that beard. And how young did Bob look? That's right. Not very. Now, thank you to all of you who've been sending your messages in. I've given Jo a kick, and she's whipped off her face mask, and she's sending your messages through to me. So please do keep leaving them on the YouTube video or the Facebook page, wherever you're watching this. Mary Jane Cruz Nicholson says she's ready and waiting in sunny Tenerife. Hopefully you're watching us now, watching me anyway. Mary Chong says, Adam, give me a shout out. Oh, Mari Chong, sorry. Mari Chong says, give me a shout out. If I carried on reading there, I would have noticed the pronunciation note she left for me. Claire Sheldon says she's very excited. Leanne says hello from Scotland. Alison Valentine, hello to you. Julie Benson says she's watching from Ireland. Get well soon, Bob. Please do keep those messages coming in. Sue Burkett, hello from Hampshire. I'll catch up on more of those in just a little bit. Now, we've seen how Partners in Crime began. But it was about 2 years later that we actually did our first live episode. It would be fair to say that the technology that was around then was a lot less advanced than it is now. It would be fair to say too that we didn't really know what we were doing. And it would be very fair to say that it didn't exactly go to plan. Well, if you can see this and hear this, then the good news is we are live. Well, good news for us, that is, not necessarily for you. That's a good start. Shall we start with the opening theme rather than going back to the holding screen? Cue the theme tune. No, it's okay. I've cut to your camera now, so I might as well carry on.
Yeah. All right. I can get used to this. Mr. Dorsey's close-up. You know, books like 101 Ways to Change a Toilet Flange, or How to Turn $1 Million on Wall Street Without Leaving Slough.
And you did go for a lovely jog around the garden as well.
Yes.
To work it off. Yes. I noticed that. You did go for a little jog.
That sounds marvellous.
So I love this spontaneous giveaway competitions.
Well, everything's spontaneous.
Is this what being live is all about?
Everything.
You get an idea.
Would you like to see it? Off, you can't say fairer than that, can you?
And then my Eric Morecambe's are on.
You should have been here, shouldn't you? Well, I noticed my cheeks are slightly red.
Well, mine. Well, I've 2 days ago, as I said, I was sunbathing.
Yes.
Not wanting to make you feel particularly jealous. But that's my red cheeks explained. I can remember when I was a boy, when cassettes first came out.
Yeah,
with fluff. You could not be done with a foxtrot. But I'm out of coffee.
Well, yeah, we've not got long left now, so if you can hang on for
as regular listeners know, I do treat this place like a regular Starbucks. And it's very good quality coffee, as we've mentioned on several times. Yes, well, you're going to get one now, so that's $5. Well, if you're on your own, there's nothing to stop you doing that.
No, $5.
You're starting to sweat here, I can see.
I'm thinking these are costing me £4 each.
Anyone who is now looking forward to getting their mugs through the post, thanks very much for listening. We really appreciate the fact that you tune into us every week. And
I mean, you're absolutely mad, but we love you for it.
We do. Sometimes it's safer to let things lie.
Happy days. Thank you for all your messages that are coming in yet again. Please do keep sending them. We had an email actually in the week from Helen Weir, who's a long-time listener to Partners in Crime. She not only sent us a message, but she's written and sent us a poem. So the rest of you, I think you'd better up your game, you know what I mean? Helen says, so this podcast thing got started about 2 years ago. And here we are on April the 10th with the 100th episode. For book reviews, the news and such, I've listened into every one. But I have to say the best bit is they're a hell of a lot of fun. Correct. So here today we join the boy, to cheer and celebrate the best damn podcast out there and its presenter, who is great. Congratulations, guys, from Helen Weir. Thank you very much, Helen, for that. I'm going to catch up on a few more of your messages. I'm going to have to go through these quickly because there's hundreds of them, quite frankly. I shouldn't have agreed to read them all, should I? Sue says hello from Hampshire. I think we did that one. Hello to Louise Cannon, to Rosemary Valdez, to Tracy McCluskey-Rose, listening in San Diego, California. Anne-Marie Cassidy says hello from Maidstone, Saskatchewan, Canada. Hello. Marion Todd, listening in Fife. Hello. Hello to Tyler Porter. Helen Weir, author of that wonderful poem. Hello to Ian Roberts. You'll be hearing a song of his coming up a little bit later in the show. Hello to Alison Waterfield. To Rebecca Collins from Staffordshire, who also makes a cameo appearance later. Hello to April Monday. She says, poor Bob, hope he gets well soon, don't we all? He's watching at home. I happen to know that. Hello, Bob. Helen says, you'll smash it, Adam. Thank you very much. James says, Lizzie and he are watching. Hello. Hello to Kevin. Hello to Mark. To Graceland 57 from Milton Keynes. Hello to you. Hello to Andrew. To Christine in Massachusetts in the US. I'll go through some more of those in just a bit. But so you saw the video there of our first live episode that we did, which was, let's face it, a little bit sketchy. Fortunately, though, we did start to improve. The only problem is, by that point, we'd interviewed all of the biggest names in the industry. I mean, let's face it, we've had some amazing guests on Partners in Crime, including the likes of Val McDermid, Mark Billingham, Peter James and Linda LaPlante. And it would be fair to say that a year or so in, we were starting to panic. How could we keep up the quality, the gravitas of guest that we'd already had on the show? But then Bob had a brilliant idea. Why not interview me? Well, I wasn't going to say no, was I?
Catching mosquitoes. Right. In my own time, I take it.
In your own time.
Give our listeners a wonderful bird's eye view of our follically challenged heads. Right, is it alright if I have a photograph taken like that? You know, sort of.
So we look properly gangster.
Yeah. I wish.
Are you enjoying your stint as lead presenter?
It's going straight to my head. The excellent Mr. What's his name? Adam Croft. He's in charge of all this. I just turn up, drink the tea. I am thick. When you say party, is it sort of dancing? Is there sort of a nice beige buffet?
Yeah, something like that.
Cheese on the stick with pineapple.
Sausage rolls and...
sausage rolls.
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Right, well there we are. If you fancy going along to Adam's party, and I don't know...
I'm just hoping to flog a few books, basically.
There's honesty for you. So I think we've done Adam Croft, don't you? I think this has been...
Adam Croft certainly feels done.
I am thick.
As you can see, the quality of camera used had started to improve by then, but the lighting hadn't. Let's have a look at some more of your messages that are coming in. If you want to say a hello, get a shout out on the show, then leave a comment on the YouTube video itself or on the Facebook video, and they will be sent through to me. Rosemary Valdez says hello from cloudy USA. She's in New Jersey. Hello to you. Hello to Gail in the US. To Donna Wilcox in South Derbyshire, she says, get well soon, Bob. Hello to Emma Mitchell. To Adrian, he says, I wish, if I was still in my old job at the BBC, I'd sign you up for the one-show sofa. Oh, how about that? That'd be wonderful, thank you. Lisa Bayliss says, sounding good, get well soon, Bob. Friend of mine, Andrew, says, this is a first for me. Somebody I once danced around the pole in a nightclub with is on my television screen. Happy to be here, Andrew. And hello to Rachel Amphlett, who also makes an appearance later on in the show. She says, congratulations, guys. Thank you, Rachel. Very kind of you. Now, we've seen how it all began. We've seen the first live episode we ever did, and we've seen Bob attempting to interview me. By this point, it would be fair to say we'd started to get a bit of a taste for video. So we decided, perhaps unwisely, that we would do another one for our Christmas special in 2018. Well, here we are, one of the last episodes of the year.
It's nothing to do with crime at all, but there we are. This is us.
Neither's this podcast.
Going off piste.
But just so you know, the theme tune goes on after recording, and I've just decided now in the middle of the episode I'm going to do that.
But, this is how the way we are. We don't care, do we?
All smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
shall I read it?
Yes. Why don't you? You don't need glasses.
I don't.
So much younger than me.
I do, but I need them once they get to about there rather than there.
The wonderful Rupert Green, who I worked with last year in Sick Note for Sky Television, and in fact I enjoyed very much nearly chopping his head off with a samurai sword. The sort of things I do in the day job.
And that's a lovely venue as well. I did a talk in there
of course
a couple of weeks back, actually, up at the Society of Authors, and
there was a plaque on the wall commemorating your visit to the...
Yes, I think probably a picture saying, don't let this man back on this stage.
Most wanted posters on the stage. Is going to be terrific. The producer, Farah Abushwesha, echoes this sentiment.
Can you say that again?
Farah Abushwesha.
Very good.
Yes, that's
You've been practicing that, haven't you?
It's a great name.
It is, yeah.
I saw him in 1982 on Broadway doing True West, which actually has got another outing.
Or 4BC.
The 4BC.
Before Croft.
Before Croft. Were you not born in 1982?
No, I wasn't. No, I was born in 86.
Well, sometime in the middle of the last century, Adam, I visited the United States of America. But here's the question. What connects the actor John Malkovich with CSI? Some people out there may know. If they know their Broadway theatre history, and they also know their television history, and they know their crime stuff, they may know. It's not an easy one.
I'll be honest, I don't know much about him or CSI or Broadway, so I'm probably going to struggle.
Okay. What about Broadmoor?
A bit more about that. It's the protagonist is a lady whose name I'm not even going to pretend I can pronounce, but I think it's somewhere along the lines of a Budget Neuborg, something like that.
I didn't say anything because I just wanted to see Evan.
Shut up.
Get your turkey here at Budget Neuborg.
Or Budget Drybirds. If it was a really bad turkey.
Yeah.
But,
She's brilliant, isn't she?
Oh, she's superb.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's an unfair question, really, because it's quite a leap. His co-star, John Malkovich's co-star in the 1982 production of True West, which had come from Steppenwolf Theatre in Chicago, for people who like these little snippets of information, was an actor called Gary Simons, who is the leading actor in The CSI franchise.
Not sure it's even that interesting.
No, listen, I never presume to suggest that anything I say is interesting.
Yes, you'll notice we used some different background music for that one because you'll probably be completely sick of our theme tune by now. We've used it quite a lot in this show. By the way, there's a few comments about that song coming up, people saying they liked it. If you go to YouTube and if you search for Christmas at Our House by Ian Roberts, you can see the official music video for that. You might recognise the guy playing the lead role in that video. Go and have a look. Ian Roberts, Christmas at Our House on YouTube. Tyler Porter sent us a comment saying, Bob's dancing is completing his life. I'm glad it is. Hello to Frank and Debbie in Cornwall, my old next door neighbours. How about that? Leanne says, please stay safe. Alison says she's really enjoying the show. Apparently my son, James, is singing along to the Christmas music. He loves having that video on TV at Christmas. And he calls it La 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 song. Or the one with Daddy walking down the street. Arlene says, hello from Illinois in the USA. Get well, Bob. Hello to you. Hello to Sue, who is also in Cornwall. Hello to Kate Ingle in Hartlepool. To Anthony, who says, I've only tuned in for Bob. What a gut punch. Get well soon and all that. Oh, and well done, Adam, I guess. Thank you very much, Anthony. Love you too. Gail says, looks like y'all have a lot of fun doing the podcast. We do. We have a huge amount of fun doing this podcast. We really, really do. It started, of course, audio only. We did the odd bit of video here and there, but video is now a regular thing for us, as you'll know, if you are one of our Patreon subscribers, because they get to see every episode before it's released in full video, rather than just the standard audio podcast. Now, it would be fair to say, in preparing for that, we spent a lot of time and money setting up some fancy camera gear and some video editing stuff, which we then only actually got to use for about 2 weeks before the nationwide lockdown kicked in. See if you can spot the point at which we had to slightly change the way we did things. Partners in Crime, episode 96. We think this is, and it's the first one. What are you laughing at?
Well, precise as ever. You've got a long list in front of you.
Oh, I know.
Even I'm impressed.
Yes.
As you well know, listeners, I just obey orders. But mind you, you had me at Chuckle Brothers. Yes, well,
watch my new film and you won't get coronavirus.
Well, that's very good. But before I left the house, my computer went...
Jan Chisholj.
I saw that coming.
Did you?
Jan. She shows. Well, there we are. Who knew?
What a rabbit hole that was. This was a garage, by the way.
Got some fresh coffee, as you.
Yes.
There we are.
Yeah. So yeah, next week is a Tongan crime fiction special.
Yes.
Talking louder so you can hear us up there now.
Oh, is it on that one?
It's on that one now.
Well, I am able to project, as you well know.
This was a garage, by the way. There's more on that later. Yeah. Creaky chair's back as well.
You got a creaky chair
Me this time.
because you've oiled my leg.
I oiled your leg.
Yes. Why did you have a yellow coat?
Because I'm a writer. This was a garage, by the way. Oh, he might as well be naked under the table.
Well, you might as well. You might as well be.
I mean, that actually, it reminds me of something, a little anecdote, which I'm going to completely balls up now. During the Second World War, this was a garage, by the way. Oh, now, Raoul, don't hit the microphone.
I just hit. I was dancing.
Probably should talk about books, shouldn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't help.
In The Guardian this week, I noticed you can't go wrong with Dick.
You can't go wrong with it.
We're going to go and get a cup of tea. We're not going to touch each other.
Cup of tea? What are you talking about?
I'll have a cup of tea. You can have a cup of coffee.
And we're still not going to touch each other.
You can't go wrong with Dick.
Well, come on, stop it.
I'm still not going to touch each other.
Maybe there's caffeine in green tea. It's the same old stuff.
Indeed. Dramatic amateur detective and domestic worker who uses Start again. I'm still not going to touch each other.
And I've seen him. I mean, he's immaculately clean, pretty germ-free.
To be fair, I did go to the toilets.
It's a machine.
This was a garage, by the way. And on the plus side, lots of takeaways.
I'm painting a shed today. I'll send you some snaps of that historic event at the bottom of my garden.
Don't F word with cats. Yeah, low-cost way of getting some entertainment, Bob.
Right, well, thank you. I've got a question on that particular subject, and I'm hoping you coughing.
Sorry, I turned my volume down to cough because I didn't want anybody thinking I had.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, if you do want to grab that, please do spread that around.
Can people help me? I feel a bit like the first Doctor Who.
Chuckle Brothers has got nothing to do with crime writing.
One or two. No, none of them. Well, this is a bit embarrassing, actually.
They're very good at this sort of thing.
But it has unleashed a monster that I thought was hidden. I thought was buried. Bob, I'm back on the coffee.
Oh, that is. Oh God, I'm getting quite emotional here. I mean, it's rather lovely. Oh God, I had no idea you were going to come up with. My God,
Having about 6 cups a day of coffee.
6 cups. I thought you looked a little fresher in the cheeks, but when are you going to be off the wagon regarding alcohol?
Oh no, I'm going to stop drinking. That's just.
Oh, I thought you'd stop drinking as well.
No, don't be ridiculous. I'm drinking more than ever now. I'm locked at home. I've got a 3-year-old to worry about. So yeah, I just get blind drunk and things are much easier.
Well, it sounds absolutely lovely. I feel like joining myself. So,
well, good.
So it's good night for me.
We're not doing this again, are we?
No, it's perfectly all right. You've got to see it, bollocks and all. Oops, sorry, I can't. I think.
Just one more thing. I'm getting through a lot of beer, a lot of wine, and a lot of rum at the moment.
Apparently, cardboard just soaks up the coronavirus. We should all walk around in cardboard suits. This is an extraordinary way to broadcast, isn't it?
Now, as I mentioned earlier, we've had some absolutely incredible guests on Partners in Crime over the past couple of years, and we've been absolutely amazed at how accommodating everyone has been. Everybody we've asked to come on the show has said yes, and we've even had some household names who've asked us if they can be on Partners in Crime. To date, we've been listened to in over 180 different countries and territories around the world, and it's those listeners and viewers, you, that keeps us doing what we do. But of course, it's not all about you. In fact, it's not about you at all. I mean, what have you done exactly? Yeah, thought so. It is, of course, entirely about Bob and I being able to cover ourselves in false glory. And what better way to do that than to press gang and threaten, quite frankly, some of the country's best known crime writers into saying just how great we are.
Hello, I'm Mark Billingham, and a very happy 100th episode to Robert, Adam and the fabulous Partners in Crime.
Brian McGilloway here. I just wanted to say a happy 100th episode to Partners in Crime, Adam and Bob. Well done, congratulations, and I'm looking forward to the next 100 episodes.
This is Selena Grace, and I just want to say congratulations to Partners in Crime for their 100th episode.
Hello there, this is David Mark, author of the D.S. Hector McAvoy series of novels and numerous far less successful books. Just wanted to say a very happy 100th episode to Partners in Crime. Very impressive achievement I could never even begin to replicate. I lose enthusiasm very quickly, for which I'm very grateful to people like Adam for making sure that there's always a safety net there when my spirits start to fall. Cheers, dude. Keep up the good work. Thanks.
Big hi, Partners in Crime. This is Drita St. Mitchell, wishing you huge congratulations on your 100th edition.
It's Kate Rhodes here. I just wanted to congratulate you on 100 episodes of Partners in Crime. It's one of those interview situations that I always love, and perhaps it's because you're both such good crime writers yourselves, but you ask great questions, so I'm really looking forward to seeing another 100 episodes. Take care. Bye.
Now, Croft and Dawes. You know who this is, don't you? It's Simon Michael, author of the London gangster series set in the 1960s featuring Charles Holborn. Now, I know we all have fond memories of episode 21 when you featured me in my books in return for a small payment and the promise to return Bob's wife unharmed. But 100 performances? Now you're taking liberties. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, stop drawing attention to yourselves. So, unless you want another visit from me and the boys, you will cease and desist. You've been warned.
Hello, this is Louise Jensen, wishing you huge congratulations on the 100th episode of Partners in Crime. I had great fun when I came on as a guest, and I look forward to listening to many more episodes.
Hi Adam and Rob, it's Rachel Amphlett here. I just wanted to take a moment to congratulate you both on episode 100 of the Partners in Crime podcast. I cannot wait to hear what you two have up your sleeves between now and episode 200.
Hi guys, I'm Angela Marsons, author of the Kimstone books. Just wanted to say huge congratulations to Bob and Adam on the 100th episode of Partners in Crime. I've been on this podcast with these guys and I have to say it was huge fun. So again, congratulations guys.
Hello Adam and Rob, congratulations on your 100th show. It's Adrian Hobart here in the lovely gardens of Staffordshire. The thing about the podcast is it's wonderfully inspirational. It's actually made me want to write a book, and of course the key thing when you're a writer is research, and so I'm doing a little spell of research myself. Murder is my game, and as you'll see, the family have paid the price. Happy birthday, Partners in Crime.
Hi, it's Graham Barker, author and crime fiction advisor. I just want to say congratulations to Adam and Bob for your 100th episode of Partners in Crime. Well done and good luck for the next 100.
My name is Vasim Khan. Adam and Robert interviewed me a while ago, and I can honestly say it was the greatest experience of my adult life. I am definitely not saying this under duress. The Republic of Dawes and Croft is the greatest nation state in the world, a utopia where there is no hunger, and all podcast guests are fully satisfied in every way. Thank you guys, here's to another 100 episodes.
Hi, I'm Carol.
I'm Bob.
And together we are
Crime Authors RC Bridgestone.
We just wanted to say huge congratulations, Bob and Adam, for your 100th podcast of Partners in Crime.
Well done guys, keep it going.
Hi, this is Malcolm Richards, author of the Emily Swanson series, wishing the Partners in Crime podcast a very happy 100th episode.
Hello, Adam and Bob. This is from deep confinement in France. Roger Simmons saying congratulations on 100 episodes. I can hopefully get out of here soon. That's better. Hope you're having a good time.
Hi, I'm Ellie Griffiths. Happy 100th birthday, Partners in Crime. Long may you continue to broadcast, and I hope you're going to celebrate in style. Lots of love.
Hi, this is Sunday Times bestselling author Gillian McAllister. Huge congratulations to Partners in Crime for their 100th episode.
Hello, this is Linda LaPlante, and just wanted to wish wonderful Adam Croft, Bob Dawes and all the team at Partners in Crime a very happy 100th episode. And I hope you're all keeping safe. That's the most important thing. Keep safe, keep well. God bless. Bye-bye.
Well, how good was that? Thank you seriously to every single guest who has appeared on Partners in Crime over the past 100 episodes. We're having an absolute blast, and we fully intend to do another 100 episodes, whether you like it or not, quite frankly. Thank you very much to everybody who sent messages in today as well, and who's asked after Bob. I'm going to make sure they all get passed on to him. Frankly, there's not a lot of point though, because he can't read. It's been a huge amount of fun presenting live for you today. I'm sorry that it's only me, but I hope I've managed to hold things together well enough and that I've at least partially done Bob justice. We'll be back next week with another normal pre-recorded episode, but if you're not already subscribed to the podcast, please do. It's available on all good podcast apps and some rubbish ones as well. And if you've really enjoyed this live episode, and if you want to access more exclusive content, videos and behind the scenes stuff, as well as early access to every new episode of Partners in Crime, then take a look at our Patreon channel. It's at patreon.com/crime fiction podcast, and put a link, I'll put a link in the show notes below this video too, as well as the description notes if I can work out how. Bob has sent in a message that he would like me to read out. He has said, "Well done, Smashy. Great show, a bit like early Radio Caroline." I think. Many thanks for all the good wishes, everyone. Feeling the love and fully appreciating it. Keep well all. Missing you. Can't wait to get back. In fact, put the kettle on, Adam, and then have my caffeine delivered to my home address up the road. All love from Nicey." So there we go. Bob is watching and he very much appreciates your messages, and he'll be back as soon as he possibly can be. But thank you all for all of your comments and your messages, for telling your friends, and most of all, for being here and having fun. We'll see you all again very soon.
Partners in Crime was presented by Adam Croft and Robert Dawes and produced by Adam Croft. The theme tune was by the Caesareans. The Partners in Crime logo and imagery were designed by Stuart Beisch. Partners in Crime is sponsored by Kobo, your favourite local bookshop, perfected.
Oh, thank God that's over. Where's the whiskey?